Go, boy!
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is a different. You might as well call this is the Kirkman Experience podcast, Rob Kirkman Experience podcast featuring Sue and CJ. Because between this and Walking Dead,
we're here. Normally, whenever we talk Kirkman, it's usually about whatever season Walking Dead that we just happen to be watching at the time. And this time around, we're here to talk about a new show.
I think I got one over on Eris on this one because Invincible, it's a new show that's coming out on Amazon. Me and him were gracious enough to be able to get a early access to the first 3 episodes of this series and stuff. And as somebody, I've read the hardcovers and stuff, I gotta hit it over to Eris on this one, on his thoughts on these on the show, as somebody that's not really privy per se to Invincible. Even though it has the Kirkman touch to it.
It's a complete role reversal between the two of us. It's like with Walking Dead, I started out with the comics and then watched the show. CJ caught on with the show and then caught up with the comics. In my case, I read only one issue. It was just the first issue of Invincible.
Okay.
And then I never picked back up on it, and I wish I did, especially after watching the show.
Okay.
But from watching, I will say this though, from what I've seen, the show is pretty spot on, like shot for shot with the comic.
Yeah, it definitely has the as you put it, the Kirkman touch to it. Because if you read Walking Dead and then you watch this show, there's like surprises and stuff. Because the first episode off rip, it's surprises.
Yep.
The whole basis around Invincible is we follow Mark Grayson. He is the son of Deborah Grayson and Nolan Grayson, who is also superhero Omni-Man, who is part of this what's the name of the group?
The Guardian of the Globes.
The Guardian of the Globes, who basically are amalgams of of the Justice League and stuff.
It's like the Justice League, and mostly the Justice League. I'm not even going to say the Avengers.
Dude, Black Samson, who Kari Payton voices, is basically Black Batman, essentially. Let's just be real.
Goes by the name Darkwing.
Darkwing.
Yo, let me tell you something. Real quick before we go down to the rest of the characters, when I heard his name Darkwing, I said, "Yo, if he says let's get dangerous, I am turning this off." I'm like, don't do that. Of course, it's the easiest layup in the world, but I swear if you say it, I am turning this off.
I mean, so the team, you got him, you have what the fuck is the chick's name? Immortal, who is basically Superman. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Darkwing is Batman and stuff. War Woman is Wonder Woman. You have Red Rush, who is a Russian, who is basically the Flash. Aquarius, who is the king of Atlantis, he's an actually fish person, which in and of itself, if you read the comics, they kind of make fun of him as being like the Aquaman kind of person and stuff.
Without a doubt.
Martian Man and the Green Ghost. And Omni-Man, he's not, well, would you say he's the unofficial person of the team, more or less?
From what I've seen in within the first episode, yeah.
Because in the comics they treat him as he's officially part of it, but the show, it's like he's officially part of it, but he's never like there per se. Like when you see, like, because like I said, the episode has them fighting the Mauler twins, who love Kevin Michael Richardson. Hi, we hear your voice. Of course, it's you, Kevin. Playing the Mauler twins, and I like how the framing of it. You get introduced to the team, and you get a good idea of who they are until boom, Omni-Man shows up, and then shit's on. Basically, it's kind of like, oh, well, never mind. There you go. They're about to win and stuff, and that kind of just sets up this world of Invincible. And as anything with Kirkman, we'll leave it to you. I'm not going to spoil what happens and stuff. But as anything with Kirkman, you get a surprise near the end of the first episode. You're like, well, son of a bitch. I didn't think you guys would do it this early, but all right, cool.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, man, we become vets when it comes to Kirkman's work. Like anytime Kirkman is about to drop something and you're mentally speculating like, okay, when is he gonna do it? Like, when is
When's the other shoe dropping?
when is the other shoe dropping? I mean, we already got, you get off to a start, and it could be like a slow and pretty easygoing start, or it could be a slow and very boring start. And in some cases, like, oh, everything seems kind of cool here. Like, we're just setting up the world, and then all of a sudden, holy crap! What just happened? What? Like, wait a minute, who's that? What? Like, how did he do that? That's Robert Kirkman's world in a nutshell.
I mean, and like, if we're looking at the voice cast and stuff, I mean, you're talking about you got J.K. Simmons voices Omni-Man and Nolan Grayson, which
I love J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man. He was perfect.
It just works perfectly, that voice and everything, and the facial features and it's like, yeah, this of course it's J.K. Simmons. Stephen Yeun, you know him as
he was Glenn on the
Glenn in Walking Dead. He voices Mark Grayson, Invincible. He's good. He's great. Sandra Oh is Debbie Grayson. Which I reading the comic and then seeing what they're doing in her show. If you're not familiar with it, I do love how they establish her as she's not just the wife of Mark and she doesn't get no characterization. Like, there's a level of she knows what Mark does. And there's one point, and I think the second episode, where Invincible gets back and was like, yeah, Dad disappeared in some portal. He'll be back by dinner.
Like, so, and you sure it was that portal? Like, yeah, he'll be home by dinner.
I'm not going to spoil the scene, but it's fucking hilarious because she is so nonchalant. Like, yeah, he'll be back before dinner. It's whatever.
like in her case, she was like, huh. All right, I guess I can go ahead and get his plate ready. Like, he'll be back.
Which is 180 because she's more worried about Mark developing powers, all that stuff. But then Anu, and it's like, oh, whatever. He's doing his superhero thing. Whatever. Don't care. Oh no, that was just funny seeing that. She was just like you said, just get his dinner ready. He'll be here. This is cool.
Yep. No, nothing to worry about here.
Mark Hamill, which if you listen to this, it's Mark Hamill. You know his voice immediately. As soon as you hear Art's voice, it's like, oh, it's Mark. Of course it's Mark. Why wouldn't it be Mark Hamill?
Yeah, when I heard Art Rosenbaum, I'm like I'm just listening, and I was trying to think of a character that I wanted to say, but when I couldn't think like right away, I was like, hi, Joker.
Did you have a thing from The Dark Knight like, hi?
Yeah, just hi, Joker. Nice to hear your voice again. I don't, I could have went for the excited route and go, Luke. Like, I could have went that route, but I didn't.
Yeah, because Art is the guy that makes costumes for all the heroes and stuff.
Think of him as Gamby from Black Lightning.
Yeah, he's the guy that he knows the heroes and stuff, makes costumes that is tailored to what they do and stuff. So that's good.
Which by the way, I could personally see Homeboy playing doing his voice for Art. Like,
that could work.
Like, if Mark said no and they got the guy who, like, I can't remember his name.
James Remar.
Yeah, thanks, James Remar. If they had got James to play Art in this show, I'd have been fine with it.
Yeah. Seth Rogen plays Alan the Alien, which I was like, perfect.
I'm like, again, I'm here, Seth. Hi, Seth.
You know what? Shockingly enough, he didn't do his trademark Seth laugh. I was very shocked.
He did not, but I still heard his voice.
Oh yeah, I mean,
because you know another place he didn't do it. All three of the Kung Fu Panda movies.
Yeah, I know, right?
He did. You had 3 Kung Fu Panda movies. You did not do the Seth Rogen laugh. I am impressed. Yeah,
Alan the Alien. He plays. I'll just say this: he plays a bit of an important role later in the series, but in his first 3 episodes, he's there, in a scene or two and stuff. Gillian Jacobs, who, if you know her face, she was in Ready or Die.
Mm-hmm.
She plays Adam Eve, which obviously they're setting her and Amber up as kind of the trifecta love triangle with Mark.
Oh, that's coming.
I mean, I should have saw that coming, because it's not enough that Amber hits up Mark, and they had their little session that it's like Adam, Eve, and him, and I'm like, huh, okay, let's see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Goggins playing Cecil Stedman. Is it wrong that it's just for some reason I hear his voice and I'm like, hi, Walter? It's just that voice. I don't know why. He's barely done any voice acting. I'm like,
he hasn't, but dude, you know Walter Goggins when you hear him.
It's like not racist for once. And I'm like,
not racist. I'm sorry, but ever since Hateful Eight, I will now associate racist characters with Walter Goggins, and it's a terrible thing for me to say, but he just played that role so well.
Yeah, Cecil, he plays kind of basically the government liaison for the Guardians of the Globe, so to speak. Just for everything that happens and stuff, and like I say, I think Goggins was perfect because he plays them very hard edged and stuff. And when there's a moment where there's like a big mystery is happening and stuff, I like how you have him and what the fuck was the name of that demon monster?
Oh god,
the demon detective. Fuck. Damn it.
I know who you're thinking of because you know who comes to mind when I saw that demon detective. By the way,
who?
Rorschach.
Kind of like that, basically. So
he reminded me of Rorschach.
Yeah. So basically, there's a mystery that happens and stuff, and this demon detective comes in, and he's kind of working under Cecil, and it's essentially like, "Hey, you're only doing this so you can get yourself out of hell." I mean, yeah, but I mean,
it's the idea. But...
I mean, you want me to do the job or not? I mean, I'm just saying.
It's the idea, but come on.
Also,
you know what's going on.
Also, the fact that he has like just technology that he can just teleport anywhere. I'm like, that's convenient. That's nice. And then the rest of the cast is like some of the things from the might as well call them the not Teen Titans, so to speak. You got Monster Girl, who essentially, as she uses her powers and stuff, she gets younger, which knowing that character and the history of that character and stuff, yeah, it gets a bit awkward for that character. It's tragic, even if you think about it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Duplicate, which multiple man, just it's a chick, pretty much.
Which I thought was hilarious. When I heard duplicate, I'm like, oh.
That's what you mean.
No. Like when I saw duplicate, I said, "Oh, there's gonna be some interesting stuff with you." I can already tell, given the pace of this show, they're gonna do something with you. And the reason why I picked up on that is because, homeboy who, what's his name? He's on he's part of that team, by the way, of that not Teen Titans. When I heard his voice, I just said, "Oh. Hi, it's you from Big Mouth."
Is it old boy that was like talking shit the whole time?
Yes.
Fuck. See, I'm fucking up the names and I know it off the back of my tip of my tongue. Damn it, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah.
He's from Big Mouth, and so I swear it's like they literally picked his character out of the show and just dropped him into Invincible and said, "Act."
Oh yeah. Side note, shout out to Chad Coleman playing Martian Man. I was like, oh,
dude, shout out to the fact that this show is a unofficial mini Walking Dead reunion.
It is. It really is.
You got Chad Coleman who played where is he? Chad Coleman played Martian Man, and what's her name? Was it Sonequa Martin Green, who played Green Ghost?
Yeah.
You have Michael Kudlis play Red Rush.
Dude, they got Mahershala Ali playing Titan.
Mahershala Ali plays the Titan.
The one that Mark fought at the bank robbery. I was like,
yep.
Well, that's nice.
And again, Stephen Yeun.
That's what it was. Damien Darkblood.
Damien, thank you. I was
Clancy Brown. I was like, I knew that was Clancy Brown's voice.
Oh, and you got Clancy Brown. I mean, not that Clancy Brown's part of The Walking Dead, but I'm trying to think, is there anybody else from The Walking Dead cast that's on this show? And I'm like, this is just another Walking Dead reunion. Oh, yeah, and of course, Stephen Yeun playing Mark Grayson.
Yeah, so Damien Darkblood, he's basically the detective, and it's like, hey, I'm helping solve these superhero problems and stuff to get myself out of hell and stuff. And that's the running joke between him that between him and freaking Cecil the whole time and stuff. And I mean, I like when he makes his presence known. Everybody just all of a sudden breathing cold air, and it's like, oh boy, Damien's here.
Mm-hmm.
Exit the room now.
It's like just leave. It's like, just go.
But I would say like the biggest thing, like I said, they do the first 3 episodes do a good job of really, because they're hour-long episodes, which thank God they are, because
Yep.
I
Again, it's Robert Kirkman.
yeah, and I think it being on Amazon Prime, it makes it easy to like tell the story without it being like 40 minutes and it's like 20-minute commercials kind of thing. So you can tell your full hour story and get and actually go it, because the first 3 episodes at least.
Oh wait, one more quick thing.
Mhm.
Our boy is in this.
Who?
Digimon.
Oh yeah, Digimon Hansu. Yes.
He plays the Martian Emperor.
Voicing a different language, obviously, when he's doing that. But I'm mad I didn't catch that.
Yep, that was him. And I'm really trying to remember old boy from Big Mouth.
So now, because you got the Mauler twins, Monster Girl. It ain't Rudy Connor. No, Rudy Connor's. That ain't him. Red Rush.
Did he play Red? No.
Yeah, our boy.
Yeah, freaking Jason.
Yeah.
What's the name? Like man, like what was it? I cannot say his
Your
last
boy,
name.
your boy Abraham voices Red Rush the Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, freaking Michael Kudlis is Red Rush.
Which I didn't figure that because I was like, he has a pretty decent Russian accent. I didn't factor that into the mix.
He played that very well, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, the first 3 episodes of the series, they do a good job of establishing, because when you see the Guardians of the Globe, you don't necessarily have to know who they are. They show them in different individual spotlights in certain scenes to where you get an idea of who they are, and you don't need a backstory on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Red Rush, he has a relationship with his girlfriend who just wants him to stay put and live in the moment kind of thing.
Literally stay put.
Yeah, like he literally saw like his girlfriend's talking and stares off on the other side, and he bounces off to stop her armed robbery and comes back. She's like, come on, dog, really? We're doing this? Like why?
Like, can't you just chill for
You
a
know,
minute?
like we know the Martian, he basically, I guess he's father to like an orphan chick in a building, so to speak, I guess, so, all these little different things. But when the action's there, the show does not squint away from it being bloody as shit.
No, it doesn't.
It's violent. Oh, it is violent.
In true Robert Kirkman fashion, when it wants to show, like when it wants to get very visceral and gory, it does it.
Necks get snapped, heads get busted into smithereens. People get sliced open by laser beams. I'm like, whoa, okay, shit.
And for anyone who's played the video game Mortal Kombat X, you might happen to see a particular finishing move that was a nod to that game.
I mean,
I will not say what it is. All I can say is if you play Mortal Kombat X, you know it when you see it.
It's so visceral and stuff, because there's moments where it's just like, yo, these people got murked. Like, yo, like, because you're thinking, all right, it's, because people think the way the current state of animation is like, oh, it's gonna probably be bloody, but not that bad and stuff. And it's like, oh no, people die.
There was two reasons why I never went with that thought process. Number one, I've seen what DC's animated studios have done. Whether
True.
and especially consider how their stuff is animated in South Korea, and this is also another show that's animated in South Korea.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like when I look at how DC animated movies can get very mature, very violent and gory when they need to, despite how normal the animation looks. It looks, it could look like something out of Batman Beyond, and you would think, oh, this isn't going to get crazy violent, and that's what a show likes to prove you wrong. Because holy crap! But the other thing, and the other reason that I had to not think that way was it's freaking Robert Kirkman.
I mean, this season is getting 8 episodes, and what we saw in the first 3, it's like, so how many more do you got? Because you guys are, and it's paced so well because, like I said, I know reading the volumes, I know where certain episodes would like volume it ends off at, and I'm like, so y'all, is this first season like the first 5 volumes possibly?
More
Maybe.
like,
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be because I don't think they're gonna rush through a whole bunch of storylines that quick,
no,
obviously,
they
and
won't.
stuff.
I couldn't see them doing that. I mean, again, well, of course, this is AMC versus an exclusive Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
And even then, when you got a comic book show, it's hard, in my opinion. It's hard to try to like brush through like a series of stories or a series of volumes without either mad like storyline skips, or you making up something new just for the show.
Especially if they did like 30-minute episodes, and it's like, oh, there's gonna be either A, this gonna be drawn out,
Yep.
or B, something's gonna get skipped or new, kind of like Walking Dead, where it's like, oh no, we're just gonna skip around. It's like, why?
So we're gonna skip around it, or hold up, that moment is gonna happen, but it's gonna happen with different characters.
Oh yeah. So, like I said, I'm thinking the first season, this is just my assumption, it's going to probably be the first 5 volumes, just because knowing where it's going and stuff, because it's the mystery of certain things that happens and everything. I'm thinking that's what it's at, but the animation is on point, the voice acting is on point, the story is on point. It's I mean, this is really good. I got to be honest. Like the boys and this, I'm like, okay, clearly you guys can't miss. Clearly.
I will say this without spoiling. I will say watching Invincible is like watching 30 minutes worth of Batman Superman Public Enemies. And then right after the 30-minute mark, no, sorry, not even 30 minutes, more like 45 minutes. Like we get 45 minutes of Public Enemies. And then literally at that 46-minute mark, it turns into every action gore fest scene from was it Apocalypse War.
Kind of turns into a horror story, honestly. When it gets to a certain scene, I'm not going to spoil, but it's like, holy shit! Like it's scary in the sense of like, oh my god, like because nobody sees it coming. It's just like
no one sees it coming except for people who either read the comics and watch Walking Dead.
Because it just had because where it happens within the 3 episode structure, you don't see it coming because you're thinking, all right, this scene is gonna probably happen at some point. It's like, oh, you guys are not kidding. Like I said again, like you said, the Kirkman thing is like, no, we're gonna give this to you up front. No, we're not gonna shy away from this. So, but yeah, definitely, folks. This is our non-spoiler, but we definitely are going to do a follow-up on recapping the first 3 episodes because yeah, it's a lot. And trust me, I'm kind of shocked that we did a good job of not spoiling the fuck out of these first 3 episodes. Because when they gave us the screeners for it, right? I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm thinking we're getting 1 episode, open it up. Oh, 3 episodes.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. I was like, oh, 3? Okay.
Time to tuck in for the night. And I'm sitting up there eating and watching. I'm like, yo, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. And then like the second episode and the third episode, I'm like, and I can't tweet about this? Fuck.
I was more so mad because like I looked at it and I was like, okay, we have 3 episodes. Man, this should be a quick watch. I looked at the time frame. I was like, wait, these are an hour each.
That's what killed me. That's what got me, but not in a bad way because it was just kind of like because we're so used to like that 30-40 minute mark, and then that's it. So when you're watching it, it's like, how many more minutes we got? 30 minutes. Okay, just keep watching this and stuff. And
that stuff was happening. We're like, I can't tweet. I can't say anything.
oh, shout out to the fact that these episodes dare to sit there and have an after credit scene like, hey, chill for a second.
Yep.
We got more. And then we're done for the episode.
It's like, oh, this isn't just some after credits. It's like, here, let's drop in the title, and then I need you to sit for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. So it's there. But this is definitely worth the watch. Amazon, they got another comic book show on their hands. I mean, you got The Boys, which season 3 is going to be coming up, and I can't wait for that. And then they got this. I mean, They're doing good. Yeah. So I guess this works because, I'm pretty sure Kirkman is going to probably swing back around to this once Walking Dead is done, at some point. So, I'm pretty sure he's happy. That's 2 Image comic stuff that he has as a TV show. That's pretty sure he didn't see this coming.
Yeah. I mean, God, can you imagine how difficult it would probably be to make this a live action show?
A lot of special effects.
A lot.
I mean, let's be real. Animation in and of itself, because this is, did you watch that Superman movie animated movie that came out? I think last year.
What was it? What was the name of it?
He was fighting Parasite, and Martian Manhunter was in it and stuff.
Yeah.
This show kind of has that same type of animation to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So it works and stuff. It actually is pretty good. It matches what's like in the comics, essentially. So, Skybound is the production studio for it and stuff. I am curious to know what Korean animation studio is behind the animation, though.
For Invincible, I do believe. Hold up, production company.
I know Skybound is a production company for it, but I mean, that's because that's Robert Kirkman's company anyway.
This show so the production company, of course, is Skybound, but I know this show is animated in Korea.
I know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, definitely check it out, and just be on the lookout for our spoiler recap, because trust me, there's going to be a lot to really parse out of the spoilers. We're going to probably be going nuts on that one. So, anyway, we will just catch you guys later. Peace out.